Alright, what's up everybody? Decided to do a video on these custom headlights I'm building. I already built them, but I was impatient and I was waiting for the lenses and they took way too long to show up, so I just put them back together with the old lenses. But as you can see, my shit is torn up right now. And then my halos fell off, so I had to repaint these pieces, but it's not a big deal. That's Carlos, my rooster, talking shit. Forgive the garage being trashed right now. Shop's a mess. These are the old ones. But yeah, I should have filmed the whole process, but you'll get the gist of it when I put it all back together. I'll explain in depth a little more. But yeah, I got these cheap little eBay like $30 halos. They make there's a kit out there that is direct fit, clips onto the factory setup. I don't have that. I was being cheap and it's on I'm on a budget, so I made it work though. It looks good when they're done, but the lenses were absolutely horrendous. So here's the new lenses, Chinese special. But right now I'm waiting for my paint to cure a little bit because it kind of chipped the paint, so I had to repaint them. But yeah, I just blacked out everything. White LEDs, super simple. That's what I like. So I'll check back in when these are done curing and I start putting back together. All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of just changing these fucking headlight lenses on my e92, right? That's what this job started off as. Now, as you can see, they're done. Let me tell you what happened. So all I was doing was changing the damn headlight lenses, right? Had some brand new ones. The other ones were pretty fucked, so I wanted to change them out. Okay, so I pulled the lenses off. They were kind of a pain in the ass to get off to begin with, but it wasn't that bad. But in the process of pulling them off, the black inner housing caught the halo and ripped it off. So I had to resand all that black off to get the shitty paint off that chipped off, and use adhesive to get the halos back into place. This one's kind of still fucked up, but it's not that bad. So it turned into a couple hour these fucking chickens. You hear these guys out here? That's Carlos talking shit. Alright, so anyway, in the process of I pulled the lenses off. It ripped the halos off on both, actually. Both popped off. So whatever. I sanded them back down, reshot them, and then I was letting them completely cure before I decided to put the lenses back on. And it was a few hours later. Actually, it was a lot later. It was like 11, maybe midnight, and I decided to come back out and mess with them some more. And yeah, so I get the lenses back on, and I cleaned them all up and put the lenses back on. So I put both headlights on the car, and then I'm sitting here looking at it, and I started noticing some white streaks. It looked like residue or something from the glue. So I was pretty bummed about that. So I said screw it for the night and just let it be. Came out the next day after work, and which was yesterday, and I mean, they were smoked. I'll throw a picture in here somewhere. I mean, it was bad. There was literally, this entire thing was it just had white residue. I don't know if it was streaks from the alcohol or if it was residue from the glue. I don't know how the hell it got on there. So I had to rip the whole thing off again. It was a giant pain in the ass, but they're done now. And when I was waiting for, I think those I had them apart yesterday. I was waiting for them to set up a little bit so I could make sure. What's up, Frank? So I could make sure they were good. I decided to take out my fog lights and wet sand the shit out of them and respray them, re-clear them. They look pretty good. I just wanted to drive the car yesterday, so I threw it all back together. So today we are going to pull those off wet sand them and buff them so that they, you know, so they're done right. So that's what we're doing. Let me try to set this up somewhere. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form professional at body work or buffing or anything, but these turned out all right. I don't know what the hell this is. It's like it's pretty deep. I wet sanded the shit out of it the other day, and I just couldn't get it out. It's pretty deep in there, though, but a lot better than it was. And this one, this is why you don't want to use the cheap clear from the dollar store, because they kind of burn through it in a couple spots. It's hard to see, but I know I can see it. And there's some burn-on compound right there. Just needs cleaned off. But now for the last issue to deal with on this thing before giving it a much-needed bath. Here, I'll show you. The one halo, not the halo, the bulb behind it. I have like some cheap LED purple bulbs that sit behind it. I think this one, no, wait a minute, which one is it? No, what the fuck? Why is it on? There we go. That was weird. So, yeah, this one you can see clearly. Well, I don't know, it's the sun. Hold on. But you can see the purple in there. It's hard to see with the... Oh, let me see if I can get it to work. Yeah, you can see the purple behind it. This one isn't working. Now, if you know anything about the e92s, that for some reason they went really, really cheap on the wiring harnesses for these, and I'll show you what we're dealing with here. But this is a common problem with these cars. Everybody's got the same issue. That's what it seems like. But if you look in here, let's see if I can get it out. That's just the harness for the halos. Let me see if I can find this one up. Yeah, I can see it clear as day. You guys see that shit right there? That's some exposure. And that's what we're dealing with, is these wires are exposed and they end up touching each other and shorting out. And this might be kind of hard to do with one hand, so I might have to come back in a second. Well, I guess that's it for now on this thing. What the hell? I couldn't, that one was blown, so I just took them both out. So for right now, we're just rocking the halos by themselves. Maybe I'll order some more. I don't know, they were cheap, kind of shitty, little Amazon ones. But now this thing desperately needs a bath, because it looks pretty rough. Shop's a mess. I don't know if I'm gonna put these eyelids back on. I haven't decided. Kind of like the way it looks as is, just OEM plus. But that's it for now. See you guys. Well, boys, headlights are coming back out. Fucking condensation, Jesus Christ. Well, that sucks. Is what it is. Alright, unfortunately I don't have a tripod and I don't really have anywhere to put the light, so I'm just gonna do each step and then I'll show you what it looks like. First, we're gonna start by heating up all the sealant around and taking a screwdriver, plastic pry tool, whatever, and pry it off a little bit at a time so you don't break the clips. Alright, as you guys can see, this is the problem one. And I think I figured it out. I already pulled the other one apart, and there was definitely enough sealant on there, but when I pulled it out, I never tucked it back into that little channel right there, so it was just missing it. Because the other one wasn't that bad. There was a little bit of condensation in there. This one's really bad, and I'm guessing that's the spot right there. Looks like there ain't nothing in there. So, I'm gonna pull this one apart, Let's see if I can show you guys. And this is what she looks like fully pulling apart. Be careful when you're taking this off too, because there's this wire right here. You could easily accidentally rip that off. But as you can see, there's a bunch of moisture in there. So I'm gonna clean that out real quick. Push all this sealant back into its channel, add a little bit more just to be safe. Then we'll throw it back together. This apart, you got 1, 2, 3 T20s, I believe. And this is a T10. This little one right here. And then this just pops off and it sits in those grooves. And then your wires just run through there. All right, there's another one over here, but you don't have to take that one off. All right, new seal is on. I added not a ton, but you know, enough. So it should be good this time. Now we're gonna go ahead and press this in. Now when you do this, the way to do it is you have to guide this side in first because of your turn signal. Because if not, you're coming in crooked and you're gonna end up breaking it off. And there's the finished product. 2 newly sealed and cleaned up. They look a lot better now. Hopefully they're good. I imagine this is enough sealant. Now I just got thrown back on the car and then wet sand that other fog light. All right, guys, so she's finally done, put back together. This one's still getting some slight fog in it. I'm hoping it's just because it's like 90 degrees and humid as shit right now, but if that ain't it, then there has to be a crack in the lens somewhere. But that one's all right. The fog light, it looks good. This one I wet sanded down and buffed out. Came out pretty good. But that's it. We'll check back in tomorrow and see if it holds up. And this is the finished. Okay, so listen to this shit. So, turns out I had to pull them apart because water got in this headlight, actually. So there wasn't a leak. The seal was probably fine, but somehow water got in there when I washed it the other day. I have no idea how. I think maybe the little cap that's about right here that is the access port to your H8 bulbs. Somehow some water got in there, I guess. Or maybe it did get in the seal. I'm not sure. Either way, yesterday it came out. That headlight was all fogged up. So I parked it in the driveway, opened up that cap, blew the port out with air, and just kind of let it air dry. And it seems fine now. But they look good. I might have to pull this one apart again because it looks like there's some like residue on the inside that's not coming off. They might need to be wiped out and buffed. I'm not sure. There's some compound right there. I might wash it today. It looks like it could need it, but that's it. Custom headlight job done. Should have took an hour. The first time I did it, it went perfectly, and they lasted over a year without any issues. So tells you right there, sometimes it's better to just be patient. I wasn't. I wanted them back on the car. I couldn't wait for the lenses. So either way, it's done. And that's it. Catch you guys later.